Hello, welcome to another week. Here we are again. And yeah, heading into this week should be, I don't want to say lightening up a bit, but Venus is out of retrograde period starting today. Um, so it really helps with kind of, Venus doesn't like being in that dark underworld that she goes to, but she does a lot of work there. Um, Again, with all the RE words that kept coming up for us, revisiting, revisioning, um, reassessing, and all of that. So now she's come out of that period. So we should be in more of a. I mean, it's going to take a little bit of time. I think someone said till like it's almost till October 8th before she's really back in her groove, kind of thing. But what it should do is one of two things. So, greater clarity will come around matters of the heart. So, that's even not just in relationships, but a relationship to ourselves and how much self love we have, and how much that once we have that self love established and in a good place, how we can give that out to the world. So there'll be lots of new sort of new ways of doing things starting to kind of emerge and let us know, you know, we don't have to deal with the old way. Healing will occur at a greater rate, be easier to do. With relationships, it's either going to like really deepen and strengthen them, or it's going to close the door on ones that are not serving us. And then just the overall thing is that a greater love is possible. And that's not just about a greater love of self, greater love of others. It's of the universe and the planets. So an interesting week. I think it's a good way to start the week that we can come into this love energy field and get it to like expand a bit, uh, because that's the other thing is Jupiter is now in retrograde, and Jupiter generally is expansion. So in retrograde, um, it might slow things down a bit, but I don't get the feeling that's what's going to happen with this one. This one's going to be, um, it's going to open our hearts to love in a big, expansive way that we're not even expecting. I think. Yeah, that's kind of the feeling I'm getting for this next week for sure. Maybe even into the coming months altogether. But yeah, I mean, energy wise, there is just so much going on every day. It's just super intense, super crazy. Yeah. All right, let's look at the overall for this week. And we got the Empress, which is, it's funny because I also picked cards that were very more divine feminine. Um, so, divine feminine Empress coming back in. I see the sacred in all beings and myself. Yeah, I mean, honestly, with Venus coming fully out of this thing, and she's fully out of retrograde in the sign of Leo. So really taking charge of our our love and our lives and our feelings and emotions for ourselves and others. Like it just feels like a week of great big love. That's all. That's what's coming to me. Um, yeah. So, and just enjoying the fruits and of harvest and of our everything we've been cultivating over the last like 6 months. There's lots of the winged creatures in here: the owls, the dove, the hummingbird, the crow. So, anytime I get that card, I always say, look, be looking when you're outside to the winged kingdom because they're giving us lots of messages, or just like and reassurances. It's not really nice outside today, but on the weekend it was on Saturday, and there was just butterflies everywhere. not just the little cabbage moths, but these little brown ones and all. I just kept seeing them and I was like, what is happening? This is crazy. So that was just a nice though little reassurance about that everything is fine. I know when you look out at the world right now, it does not appear that way. Um, but it is gonna be okay. All right, let's look at the sacred earth and the overall. And I just kind of noticing too with the cards, I'm getting really like again big Mother Earth vibes. So loving the earth and loving our connection. Yeah, we got, we got the birth and death and preservation and the old still, we're still in the phase of the old phasing out, the new being reborn. Um, we're just starting to see how this is all, you know, going sort of coming together. It's not the easiest right now. Even if you've been doing the work, the spiritual work for a long time, it's strange. Whoop, that one's coming out, I guess. All right. Yeah, we got third eye activation again. Brow chakra, inner vision, and clear seeing. So, yeah, it's, to say it's just a continuation of the previous weeks, but that's really what's going on. Um, and just softening now, like that we're not in that like retrospective, retrograde period with Venus is like really starting to step in and letting love shine. So I just also, I, I'm going to read this card because it was on top and then we'll do one more from this deck too. So this is the Aloha deck. But this was just sitting there on top and I had moved it earlier and shuffled them up. 9, love lives on. Honor your past, present, and future love. So it just really caught my attention there. It was like, it needed to be known. So yeah, this week looks like it's all about love. Really, again, the key big one is self love. And then taking that love and extending that to others, extending that to the collective, extending and expanding, use that Jupiter energy, expanding that to Mother Earth and that connection. So, deepening into love seems to be that's the theme I'm getting. It's a very interesting place to be. And like when we say love, right, it's again, we're not talking romantic love. Um, it is, the heart chakra, the energy of heart chakra. Um, that love energy it's a force of its own. It's a nature of its own. So just really important this week, it looks like, to keep in your heart, get heart centered, and just operate everything from heart center, a place of love. And we also got partnership with the divine, a date with spiritual renewal. So, yeah, through this heart connection, getting really in there, connecting with the divine. It's it's a funny thing to say, but it's teaching us the new energy and the new frequency. And so again, we're not used to seeing, we don't understand quite the language of love and this energy of love, right? And everything is about to be, it's all about frequency and resonance. So this is just sort of like this week feels like it's gonna be a lot of lessons about how do we really tap into love, be love, feel love, show love, do love. So yeah, but I guess then without any further ado, let's look at the week and we'll see what's coming up. Okay, taking a look at Monday, just a little bit about the cards that I picked. I did pick some more feminine based kind of. I picked the Rose Oracle because it just seems to have like a bit of a more goddess feminine kind of energy. I picked the Divine Feminine Oracle. Again, these are all just things in honor of like this Venus love energy. Um, not that you masculine energy can't be loving. And I also picked the healing with the angels just because that piece came up with Venus and about possibly a time for healing. Um, but again, the angels are, you know, they're neither, they're kind of the perfect balance of both, right? They're the perfect balance of both masculine and feminine energy. Even when we get into an angel like Archangel Michael, usually depicted in the more masculine sense with the sword and the shield. But with some, in most depictions, when you look really closely at the face, he's a very effeminate angel. So angels have that good balance of masculine and feminine energy. So yeah, so we're gonna use them to heal with today. All right, let's look at Monday. Just okay, interesting. I wasn't expecting this for Monday. Okay, the first thing we got though is a confirmation of um, this week is definitely about softening up, lightening up. We got the child within, inner mother, innocence, gentleness, tenderness. This is us being asked to, start working on this heart energy, being gentle with ourselves, mothering ourselves, showing ourselves tenderness and caring. But then we also got Freya, which is the goddess of discernment. I spend my time wisely. I only say yes when it's a holy hell yes. Ooh, that's a good one. Um, and again, like look at the fire at her heart chakra. Like just yeah, we're just really being called to like it's almost like I always say home is where the heart is, right? So your home wherever you are in the universe because you have your heart center, right? That's where um that's where you're never alone and you're never without a home. But I think what we're being asked to do this week is just making sure our home is in order and is in a good, nurtured, loving space because we're going to be asked to go into it a lot. Because we also got throat chakra, and it says the angels are helping you lovingly speak your truth. Um, this is becoming a real challenge with everything going on in the world as we start to head back into possible. Don't even know don't want to say any word that flags anything. So, but as we start to head back into like some repeated madness that we've done before, um, it's asking us. We have to learn this discernment, but we have to be speaking from the heart. So I'm really getting up that like right now, starting Monday, like start tending to your heart, making sure any wounding has been like that it is being healed, um, and that you're able to lovingly speak your truth and discernment. Discernment too is like we talked about that. So it's like the information coming in again, does it resonate? If you take it always, what do I say? Take it into the heart first, then the head, think about it, and then we speak our truth once we've established what our truth is. So again, this week we're being called to really take a look at that process and make sure that when we speak, we are speaking from the heart and our true selves and um, our true essence. So, um, yeah, spend the time doing that, but do it with ease and grace. Be gentle with yourself. This doesn't have to be a hard process. It's a tender process, but be tender with yourself and take care of yourself. And then in that same breath too, it's like that yes, I only say yes when it's a holy hell yes. So you have to say no if it's like, if information is coming in and it is not resonating, it's just like it's a hard stop. No, I am not listening. That does not resonate. It needs to go. Next. So again, looks like we're doing another week of um, really, again, tending to all the feelings and emotions and making sure that we are in a feeling safe, secure, and in a mothered and loving place within our heart. That's for Monday. All right, let's look at Tuesday. Yeah, energetically, definitely feels like this week is a little more of a reprieve. Um, kind of just still being in that observer role, doing the work around things. But, usually when we get discernment cards and throat chakra cards, it means more information is coming in. I think, honestly, this will be constant till the end of this year. Um, and maybe possibly even beyond that. So it's just a matter of, you know, making sure that you're okay. And it's everyone's job to be responsible for themselves. And I know we want to help others, but until we make sure that we are in our best spiritual, physical, mental capacity, we are not helpful to others you know, if we're if we don't have everything aligned. So making sure that we've done that work. All right, Tuesday is asking us the return, a new story. You decide. Alignment. It's coming together. Perfect. That's right. So Monday was just a quick check to make sure that you're, putting up your boundaries. You're saying yes only when it's a blazing hell yes. But today is like now a new story. We're heading into this thing where we write this story, right? And we decide. We decide what's right for us. And it's just letting us know it's coming into alignment and everything is fine. So it's just a little bit of a process there too of allowing, right? So we also got Parvati, the goddess of devotion. I am love that doesn't leave. When I commit to love, my soul evolves. I'm not going to say anything more than that because it's just kind of perfect. It's like, do the work this week. Start tuning up the love vibes for the self care, the self love, and just everything expands from there. When I commit to love, my soul evolves. I want to say about Parvati too is that she does represent a lot in the abundance field. So we can take this lovely little bit of love that we have, that we're growing, cultivating, expanding, and ask for even more abundance with that. So more situations coming into our lives that help us to expand and grow that love. Fun. Oh, then we got sacral chakra. You are highly sensitive to chemicals, additives, processed foods, and energies right now. Respect sensitivities by avoiding harsh items, situations, and relationships. I sometimes call them relationships because they just are. They're a lot of work. Anyway, so just making sure as we're tuning up this heart center and expanding to love, yeah, it's definitely coming up with that Venus coming out of retrograde. Some relationships are just going to be like, it's done, it's over, leave it, leave it. Um, and then some are going to flourish and cultivate into bigger expressions of love. So making sure this week, if you're really sensitive and there's a relationship in your life that's really depleting you or dragging you down, you've got to really look at the option of whether you can leave that and move forward, um, or if there's any, I hate to say change it because I don't think that we always have that ability, right? We don't have like over someone else's free will, right? But we did get the return and we did get a new story. So it's possible that with enough energy and love put into it, that we can, help as long as it is expanding our soul, right? Committing to love that is expanding our soul. That's kind of what I mean, that's the thing for Tuesday. So if you're in that place where something is still dragging you down, you really need to take a look at it because um, right now we're supposed to be growing our soul and our love and preparing for creating the new. So can't do that if you are distracted. And it's so funny that being taken advantage of just came up. I know that's not for everybody, and that's probably just for some out there, but try to take a look at that stuff and see if there's a way that you can change it in your life. All right, let's see where we are by middle of the week, by Wednesday here. I wonder, sometimes the week at the beginning, it's like there's work to do, and then by the weekend we shift. We'll see if that happens again. Yeah, all about love, this one, okay? About the actual energy of love, though, and making sure we're tuned up and spiritually ready. Oops, I gotta grab that one. All right. Ooh, I don't even know how to say that. I'm gonna have some struggle with that. I've never actually seen this card either. I've looked through this deck. Okay, Wednesday. Healing is happening. You're not broken. Trust the process. It's safe to soften. Whew. Yeah, this week for sure. Like, we are just really getting into the nitty gritty matters of the heart. We also got ooh, N. Hedwana, the High Priestess. Ooh, I've never seen this card. I swear I've looked through this entire deck. I am one with my soul. My soul is a legacy of love. Okay, the legacy of love. But like we're being hammered over the head with this, you guys. Um, again, the theme the last 3 days is tending to the heart, making sure all those wounds have been at least addressed and are like the healing may not be complete, but it's happening. I'm making sure we're in alignment and knowing we're not broken and we have a new story to write and we're just trusting the process, but we have to allow our heart to be healed. Um, and just really, yeah, embodying this energy of love and what that really means. This is all going into this really deep soul work that we're supposed to be doing. So just making sure you're at least attending to this energy and allowing it in and allowing it to heal you, but also, um, doing any work around it where it might be not serving us anymore, right? Where we have to let something go. It's that like, let it go. If it's meant to be, it will return to us. If it's not, it's not, and we have to lovingly let it go. And then funny, we got the singing and dancing. Express yourself and awaken your psychic senses through the magical power of music and movement. That's going to be different for everybody. But I'm just really getting to like really fill up. If you're really wanting to work on this heart chakra and clear some energy, well, first of all, doing 3 good ohms is like the biggest, and take that resonance right down into the heart. So just chant om until break up that frequency and get into the higher vibes. Listening to music that is for heart chakra healing. So and movement, just be like, you know, dancing with myself, right? Holding my heart, or who knows, maybe you want to like set up the potential of gathering to do some movement and some heart healing um, with like-minded people. So Yeah, again, we are just here this week to work on this legacy of love. My, and what is it? My soul is a legacy of love. So that's Wednesday. All right, let us see what's going on for the second half of the week for Thursday. Mm, yeah, mm, yeah, love. It's great. Come on. Ooh, interesting. Okay, so Thursday, starting off, release the petals, transformation, death and rebirth, like the beginning of the week, shedding, all change. So big change for me. Release the petals. Again, we're still in this like releasing the old, embracing the new. Um, it doesn't seem to, we seem to be doing it in pieces, which is good because I think if it was all happening at once, it'd be too overwhelming. We also got the cosmic egg, the divine feminine. I hold the universe within me. I am the force of an ever expanding love. Just getting a friendly reminder for Thursday that we are heading into this love and we are love itself. And this is the old leaving and the new coming in. We also got ear chakras and a lot of chakras within this deck today. Notice messages that appear as sounds, music, words from both external sources and within your mind. These messages are real answers to your prayers. So we talked a little bit about that last week about that, as we expand, we and our consciousness is our gifts and our abilities are coming more online and have been for several weeks now. So just really paying attention. Oh, my rainbow's back. Really paying attention to all the signs and symbols you're getting. It's really interesting. It hasn't happened to me for a while, but it's really started to happen in the last 2, 3 weeks. But sometimes I'll get a song stuck in my head and I've not heard that song like anywhere at all. Um, and so I know it's just bizarre. Like one of them was actually like of all the things to have stuck in your head was like uh, the horn on the Dukes of Hazzard car, which I was like, what song is that? So I had to go look it up and it's Dixie. And I was like, oh, so I was like reading up on that. Um, and it did have some meaning for me. So like doing those little weird investigations and not having, not feeling weird about it, but just realizing, okay, I'm getting messaging. So as we especially now, because I think a lot of us are questioning like, what is my next move and what should I be doing to and what are my gifts and all of that. So if you're asking questions, make sure you're listening for the answers. That's what I'm being told. Yeah, so when a song comes on or you hear it multiple times, um, look up the lyrics. Or if you wake up and you have a song stuck in your head, which is what always happens to me, um, I go and look at the full lyrics just to see what's going on. So Thursday is just a reminder that things are changing. We're moving from one to the next, death to rebirth. We're shedding all the old. We're changing everything so that we can bring in the new. And above all, we are ever expanding love. And the universe is within us. That's Thursday. All right, taking a look at Friday. And yeah, I will read right through to Sunday today, or this reading. Um, just haven't been still able to get holding space to come together. Mostly because I haven't had time to just write new meditations. So, um, yeah, maybe that will shift during the fall here. We'll have to see how things go. But For sure, I'll always have the reading up for the week. Oh, interesting. Okay, there's two here. Okay, so by Friday, what we're looking at is the card we first got is the second bloom, a second chance. It's never too late, new possibilities. And so I'm going to read this card first and then we'll dive back in. So we also got sacral chakra again, which had to do with respecting sensitivities, avoiding harsh items, situations, relationships. Now, I'm not one who we just talked about letting things go if they were no longer serving that purpose. However, what I'm getting is that do your best. It could be very well the scenario of let it go, and if it comes back, then it's meant to be. This is kind of the vibe I'm getting, but make sure, like, if this relationship or person is really distracting you or pulling you away from things, like we might again really really take a look at those relationships. It's possible. I feel like what this is like this person may have a change of heart with all this love energy coming in. So, and the reason I'm saying this is because we also got Sarada Devi, the Divine Mother. Unconditional love exists within me. The presence of love is the absence of judgment. So, yeah, like I'm really feeling like either someone's coming back into our life from the past, um, but just use your discernment, use your skills, and you know, invite them back in. They it feels like they may have had a change of heart, but like there's just this little like niggly piece for me that's like, but make sure they're not like Svengaliing you and trying to distract you. So if that's happening to you, I realize that's not going to happen to everyone this week. And it may not be a specific relationship, right? It might be to like information coming in from out in the world. And that where we have to forgive and give a second chance. Because as we go through these changes, some people are going to have a change of heart. And they may have been a really horrible, terrible person, and in our mind, we're just like, I just want justice for all the horrible things you've done. Um, but on a soul level, we all get the chance to repent and we can there is that potential for change of heart. So that one's hard. like um yeah, it really is talking about this whole thing about judgment. So we are going to have to like. And this time it's not judgment where we bite our tongue and we don't say anything to for self-preservation. This is about we're like, well, you did wrong. So and I firmly believe if someone has done wrong and they want the chance to redeem themselves, then it should be given. But like they better be serious about it, hey? We also got Earth Angel, which is you are a light worker who has come to Earth to teach about love. So this is part of our lesson to help and how we help others. And I know in our heart of hearts, the really baddies, if you want to label people bad or good, that some of the stuff they've done is just like it feels like it's unforgivable. But it's not really our judgment call, right? So we're just here to bring light to the situation and teach about love. So love and compassion. Sometimes you have to, it's not forgive and forget, right? That person has to genuinely be, their second chance has to be um, a full new possibility for them in terms of them like truly owning what they were and what they want to become. it's a big topic, but yeah. So in some for some of you, it's going to be about relationships. For the rest of us, it's going to be about what's going on in the external world. Um, and why this is, I think, coming up for this day is that, like, whether that's information that comes through, uh, or, but we have to start doing the work of being non-judgmental, uh, which is really hard. But remember, our overall mission, like 100%, is that we came here to teach about love. And so we have to stay on the path of love, regardless of what is about to like be revealed and show. And we have to just keep taking a breath and then going back and emanating love. It's not going to be an easy job for us. It's a new skill that it's hard for empaths too because we feel every emotion. So yeah, this is just part of what we came to do. And whew, yeah. Anyway, that's Friday. That's a terrible way to head into the weekend with a whole bunch more work to do. Okay, let's see what the other 2 days hold. All right, looking at Saturday. Whew. If you're, as long as we're recovered from all the work of Friday. Again, best practice is keep going back into your heart, into your home, into that space, the heart space, and just raising that energy of love till it's light and be the light worker you came here to be. Yeah. Ooh, ooh, interesting. Okay. So we got Brothers of the Rose for Saturday. Sacred masculine, honor, protection, support. This is good. Because the reason I was like those more feminine style decks was with Venus, that Venus energy going direct again. I was like, yeah, okay, like the feminine is really coming in to like do some healing and helping, but this is also saying no, the masculine's right there too, ready to like merge together and help each other. So sacred masculine, honor, protection, support. So also just knowing we've got that backing, right? Yeah, it really feels like by the end of the week, those two energies, like when I talked about the angels having a good balance of those, is that we will be able to kind of like see that a little bit better. So we got Hestia, the goddess of sanctuary. No matter where I am home. The most sacred sanctuary is found within me. This is what I'm talking about, like when I said earlier about what, like, home is where your heart is. Your heart's always with you. That energy is always with you. So you're always home. Um, yeah, so it's a little bit about too, make sure that your like energy is you've built in here uh, a sanctuary of energy that you can return to, where you can work on balancing your masculine and feminine aspects, where, you know, like the inner temple, right? Really taking care of that. Because Hestia is also like really associated with home. And so making like keeping the home fires burning and that sort of thing. So making sure your home is stocked up on energy um, of love, right? That's like we're really being like called to just make sure we're sitting in this vibration and not being too distracted or pulled away from it. That's part of the thing from Friday is it's not just about forgiving and working on non-judgment, but it's like when we're sitting there judging people or deciding their fate or whatever we think should be happening, those are all distractions. And it's a distraction away from this vibration, right? And it also is the act of judgment is lowers this vibration by a lot. So it's really asking us to tend to our home and make sure we are in our utmost physical, mental, spiritual, high vibration energy of non duality, of non judgment, of just the energy of love. We also got listen to your intuitive feelings. Your body is receiving accurate messages from the divine. So that goes with the ear chakras. Like, again, all this whole week we've been tipped off. We're in great connection with the divine. We're getting the answers we need to be able to stay in this frequency of love. So just keep listening and keep cultivating and keep those home fires burning. Hestia, the heart, keep it burning, keep the energy up. Balance it's come up twice. Balancing, there's something about us making sure we're in balance of masculine and feminine energy. Wow. So it's like this week is like deep inner energetic work. That's all I can say about it. So make sure you're definitely spending at least 5 minutes on that a day, even if all you're doing again is like the 3 ohms um, or any kind of music that raises your frequency, or just even focusing on the heart and raising the energy. Pretty sure I did a video on that. There's a meditation. I'm pretty sure it says a quick heart. Anyway, look through the playlist of meditations. They're all in one playlist on this channel. Um, it's something about a quick energetic clearing. It's only a 6-minute meditation. And it really just focuses on raising the vibration of love within the heart. So I would highly suggest doing something like that, or music, whatever works for you. But that is Saturday. Okay, let's look at Sunday. I have this sneaking suspicion it's going to be a little bit of overkill. It's just going to tell us the same kind of thing, but whatever. Every message might resonate differently for each person. So let's keep on keeping on. Ooh, that's too many cards. It's like 10 cards. Ain't nobody got time for that. Okay. Cards are a little bigger and bigger. Huh? Woo. Flying cards. Oh, 2 there. Sunday. First up, plant yourself here. Integration, embodiment, grounded action. So, first of all, this tips me off that by the end of this week, heading into next week, action is going to start to be required. But making sure all this energy that we're taking in and transmuting and transforming this week, that we're allowing it to integrate into the body, that we're embodying this energy of love and expanding on it. Because by the end of the week, it looks like heading into next week, we need to start going boots on the ground. So we'll see what that means. We also got Ravia, the queen of saintly women. I am in service of divine love. I move the way love asks me to move. So this is, really listening to the signs we're getting from the divine about what is about, because we're about to move. That's and a key in that card is I am in service of divine love. Because this, I think, is what they're talking, this grounded action that we're about to take is moving forward in divine love and being in service. Because if you get nervous, focus on service. Put your entire intention on answering the question, how can I make the world a better place? And the law of attraction will automatically take care of your needs. So, by the end of this week, we're putting boots on the ground. And boots on the ground and being in service to help others is about intention and like what and asking, show me, show me what I do next. What is my next step? How may I serve? I think that's what Wayne Dyer used to, when you're talking to the divine. How may I serve? What is it I'm supposed to be doing? By the end of the week, by Sunday, it's, yeah, all this energy we've been, stoking and taking care of and raising the energy level of is like we're going to have to start to go put it in practice, in service. We also got Archangel Michael, which is so funny because I don't know. He's obviously been here through this whole reading because he made his presence known when I was talking about balancing masculine and feminine at the beginning. You're working very closely with this powerful archangel who's protecting and guiding you through the situation. That's just him letting us know he's got our back. But again, when things are not, when you're not getting clear answers, or things are getting a little anxious or nervous because you don't know what to do with this energy, um, ask. We just need to ask, right? But definitely this week we are it, gearing up to put our boots on the ground and be in service, in the service of love, and be the light workers we came to be. So that's Sunday. Let's sum up the week. All right, let's sum up the week. See, I'm actually going to read 5 cards because I'm being told they wanted something about the 7 sacred energies, and the Aloha deck's supposed to stay as well. So let's see. All right, first up here, summing up this week. Ooh, too many cards. Too many cards. This one. It's the Chariot, which means it's go time. Strap in. We're about to take off. So it says, I wisely use my personal power and power of choice to do good work in the world. Yeah, by the end of the week, um, we're being called into spiritual action. That'll be fun. All right, let's see what the Sacred Earth has to say. We get this card every week now because the goal is this. We won't go into the details again, but it's unity. Again, bringing this all together, bringing everyone, all souls together, regardless of what's been going on. It's time to work towards peace, unity, and oneness. Oof, man. Okay, let's read the portal card and then we'll finish with 7 sacred energies and some aloha. Man. Just keep working on love this week. The energy of it, not just relationships, not just self-love, self-care, but really the vibration, the energy of love. Crown chakra upgrade, divine connection, holy experience, miraculous energy. Wow. Yeah, like a lot of the reason we're being asked to do this is because the divine is calling. It's like it's time. There's something going on by the end of this week. We're really needing to step up and be our true divine selves. So do the work this week. don't don't rest on your laurels. And this work's easy. This work's not hard. This is like love. Just put love into every action. We also got feeling the world. So this is happening collectively, that this calling is happening. So even people that are not not fully awake, not fully aware, things are going to start to come online. Our job is to be there to help them to understand and integrate it. Um, yeah, again, it's like the unity card, like the world in the hands of higher dimensional beings. Um, it's time. Interesting. Be interesting to see the end of the week. And didn't, yeah, we got the beginning of the Aloha card. We got connection with the divine. So yeah, this is a week where, and it's not even one of those ones where, where I'm like, oh, it's just going to happen for a few people, or like, this is a full on like collective experience about to happen. So, woo, we'll see what happens. My guess would be, by the way the days have gone, that the majority of that action happens on Friday. 44, card 44. Choose your potential. It's your it's your light to shine. It's your light to shine, not time to shine. That's what I got tripped up on that. But it's like it's there. You can use it however you need to, but it's time. It's time to shine it. And the degree of how much you shine it is up to you. Um, it's your light and your energy and your love. Um, are you going to bring it to the world? Are you ready to bring it to the world? Maybe you're not quite ready yet, and that's okay. But at least be working on it so that when you are feeling connected to the divine and ready, you can put boots on the ground. Because the other thing is, we're going to need you. We need you. We need all the help we can get um, to bring this energy and this new earth into existence. So, okay, that's it for the week. Uh, we'll see at the end of the week because I'm curious now how this all plays out. So, yeah, by Friday, some good revelation comes. All right, we'll see you next week in the reading. If I do get a chance to do a holding space, I will. And if not, if you are looking for a quick meditation, go check the meditation list and honestly pick what resonates with you. There's all different kinds. Even the one at the very beginning, I think, which is the connection to the new earth meditation. It's really good for balancing chakras and opening to the new. So, have a really good week. Take really good care of yourselves. Love yourself. I love you. And we'll see you soon.